Well, good morning, or I should say good midday. Today is Saturday, August 13th. I don't know what the date is. I am in southwest Indiana, and I'm headed back north, back up to where I live in northeast Indiana. I have two sons that are living down here, and I just brought one of my sons back. They share an apartment down here in southern Indiana, and I just dropped one of them off. And there is road construction everywhere. And they got law enforcement set up all over the place. I'm not sure if they are trying to widen these roads to 3 lanes. Right now they're 2 lanes. I'm southwest of Indianapolis, probably 30 miles or so right currently. There's a lot of work going on down here. But I love driving down here because it is a beautiful part of Indiana. Up in the northeast, it's relatively flat. And down here, you start getting into a little more hills. I wouldn't call them mountains. But, I mean, we Hoosiers call them mountains, but we know they're nothing like what you see down south or even out west, Colorado, stuff like that. So, but we are flatlanders. And I am just, this video has no point. I'm just kind of videoing some things as I go along here. There's a lot of wineries down here. French Lick Winery, Oliver Winery. There's a couple smaller ones. Very prolific down here. And they produce some pretty decent wine. I've always wanted to stop at one of the wineries, but with this construction, I don't think I'm gonna be stopping today. Everything's kind of backed up. It's just taking a little bit longer. And adjust my camera there. Taking a little bit longer to get around than normal, so I think we'll just keep on trucking. Anyways, I got up early this morning, up at the homestead, did the chores early. We were going to get on the road about 7:30, something like that. And pulled up the news and saw where another police officer had been killed, murdered, out in New Mexico. And I don't know what this country's coming to, but man, we have got a mess. And I think, you know, earlier in one of my videos I talked about being a supporter of the Second Amendment, and I do not travel anywhere anymore without having some sort of firearm on me. It's absolutely ridiculous what's going on in this country. And I live in a small town, but you know, this crazy stuff's happening even in small towns. So I don't know what the solution is, but the solution is not going out and killing cops, and it's not going out and killing civilians either. And there are on both sides of this issue, there are guilty parties. I don't know what needs to be done, but I think you're with me if you understand that you've got to provide your own security, because there's not always a good source of security out there for you. So I'm not afraid, I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful for my kids or my family, we live with a good deal of situational awareness, and we really developed that when we lived in Cambodia and we traveled through Southeast Asia, and I've traveled Central America, the Caribbean, Mexico City, things like that. And those principles are true not only in third world countries, but they're true in the States. You need to know what's happening around you, and I drill that into my family's minds, and they get tired of me saying it, but you know, I am constantly aware of who and what is around me. And I'm not paranoid, but I know what's going on. So that might be a good tip, you know, just to practice. I'll move this over here. My arm was getting tired. But just to practice with your family, situational awareness, make a game out of it. If you go into a store, you know, make some spontaneous questions about the people around you. Maybe as you're going up and down the aisles, just as you clear one aisle, just ask them, say, hey, what was that guy wearing that we passed one aisle ago? You know, just make a game out of it. Just being aware of the people and the circumstances around you will go a long way in providing security for yourself. Simple things like always looking for a way to exit. I do this when I'm driving. I'm constantly looking, okay, I'm in a situation now, the traffic is a little more congested. What if somebody cuts me off in this lane? What if you know, somebody slams their brakes on? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to direct the car? And it's not being paranoid. I know that just sounds like, gosh, you're paranoid about what's happening around you. No, it's really just practicing situational awareness. You do that in a store. You walk in, you identify exits, simple things. You know, I'm aware of where fire extinguishers are, if they have first aid stations, stuff like that. And I have developed this to a point where it's second nature now. It's not even, I don't have to walk out of my way to find something, and I don't walk out of my way. I just pay attention to what's around me. And I guess that's what I would encourage you to practice. There are a lot of different ways you can get in trouble quickly, and people nowadays are just crazy. Road rage, people getting upset in stores. You can get on YouTube and you can look at the videos. You can see them. I mean, people flipping out in the stores. What if that happens? What if you're in line and you have people in front of you and behind you, and the person in front of you flips out? What are you going to do with your family? How are you going to react? Where are you placed? Have you placed yourself in a position where you can protect your family, protect your children? I still have kids that live at home. We've got 5 kids. 3 of them still live at home. I'm always aware of where my kids are in relation to myself and the people around me. And again, that, there are some things that got finely honed in Cambodia, and I've really just stuck with that. But anyways, hey, this is not, I don't know, I'm just driving along, and these are thoughts that are going through my mind. I'm really concerned about the state of our society. Law enforcement doesn't get it right all the time. I know that. I understand that. There's bad cops out there. But the vast majority of the men and women that are out there in that thin blue line are good people. And doggone it, we don't need to be going out. These wackos don't need to be going out and shooting them and killing them in cold blood. I don't have very much good to say about the situation. I need to watch what I say, I guess. You know, our thoughts and prayers are with the law enforcement community, especially out in New Mexico today. Give those guys a pat on the back. Buy them a meal. Buy them a cup of coffee if you see them, you know. Go out of your way to encourage them. They're out there every day putting their necks on the line. And I guarantee you that if the crap hits the fan in your neck of the woods and you dial 911, they're going to come, regardless of your history, regardless of your background, regardless of your skin color. They're going to come, and they're going to lay it all out there for you. And while you're saying a prayer for them, just say a prayer for our country. I never ever thought I'd see the day to see where our country is in the state it is in right now. So, but you know what? There's a lot of hope. I've got a lot of hope, and I don't want to end on a down note. I want to end on a positive note. And the hope is this: I've got 5 kids, and I can instill in them the values that they need to make our society better. You know what? That's my job, and that's my #1 priority. And if everyone takes that kind of an attitude, by golly, we'll turn this stuff around. So anyways, really appreciate you watching. Appreciate the new subscribers, and if you liked the video, give me that thumbs up, share it if you'd like. I hope whatever project you're working on is going well for you. I hope you're doing it your way. And I just want to say God bless. Have a great day. Thanks.